Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I'm going to talk about your blessing. Sometimes our blessing is not at the location where we're at, like where we're currently located. Your blessing could be in another country. It could be in another state. I know it sounds crazy. And a lot of times, like I talk about complacency, we're so comfortable where we are. You know, we're in a certain state, a certain environment. We don't want to leave. We don't want to leave our loved ones behind. We don't want to leave a certain job behind. You might like the house that you're living in, your apartment. You like your friend, your neighbors, your friends, your social group. But a lot of times, when God wants to bless us on His terms, He has to relocate us. Sometimes you hear somebody move to another country, another state, and next thing you know, they got married. You're like, how did that happen? What happened? Sometimes God has to relocate us. And you know what? A lot of times the devil knows this. He knows. He doesn't know everything. He's not omnipresent. But he has a clue of what our destiny or life path is supposed to be. So a lot of times he'll place distractions in our path, on our path. Distraction could be anything. Could be a person, could be a thing, anything, whatever it is. That's going to deter you from your life purpose or from your path. So because he knows that, he'll bring in distractions, and that will keep you off your path. So a lot of times he knows your path, your purpose is someplace else. So he'll want to keep you in a certain environment, keep you stagnant, keep you with time wasters, keep you around people that really don't serve you any good, don't serve your purpose. So a lot of times when God is ready to bless you on His terms, He's going to have to relocate you, give you almost a whole new identity, take you someplace else. Some people might go kicking and screaming. Some people might just surrender to the Creator, the Most High, and say, God, you know what? You take the lead. Get in the driver's seat. You lead me where I need to be. And you see the blessing come in. But the devil's job is to sabotage your blessing, because he knows what God has for you. He has an idea what God has planned for you. So his goal is to derail you from your blessing. And sometimes you look at people or, even your life, and you're like, man, why didn't I just surrender sooner? Just out here doing my own thing, getting all these knots and bruises. You surrender to the Most High, and it's almost like your life is on autopilot. He's literally just steering you where you need to be. So a lot of times your blessing is somewhere else. Some people can't be in on your blessing. Maybe God don't want them in on your blessing, to a degree. And blessing can be anything, could be anything you think of could be blessing. It doesn't have to be anything tangible. It could be anything. But whatever God feels fit, You ever hear the saying, what a blessing. What a blessing. So sometimes God has to take us and place us somewhere else. And a lot of times when you're on a certain path, a certain journey, some people can't come with you. Sorry. Some have to be left behind. or they just can't come on the journey that God has for you. Whatever he has planned, it's not feasible that they're on that journey with you. And sometimes it's hard for us to leave people behind, leave things behind. You know, even if it's a piece of furniture, maybe you can't go where you're going. Wherever you're going, you might have to get new furniture. Maybe you can bring your favorite recliner, but that's about it. You can't take your old bed set with you or whatever it is, you know, because it's a new path. It's a new blessing. And sometimes, you know, you have to die to that old you, so that old you can't go on that journey where God has his blessing for you, certain blessing. Even with kids, you ever see sometimes people take children out of a certain environment, even to another state, another country, and that child will thrive. They will thrive compared to the old setting they were in. You know, I know this young man, he took in his nephew. Nephew was in the city, acting out, not really doing the right thing. And now he has him out here with him and his wife, and the boy, young man, is doing so well, so well. The uncle is even teaching him his business, how to he does real estate, and you know, they refurbish things. And the young kid, 14, I think he's 14 or 15, something like that. He's helping, he's eager to help, you know, renovating things. And he's getting such a lesson, you know, hands-on training at such a young age to work with his hands as a young man, a young kid, young boy. And that's good too. That's a good, you know, he'll get some skills there. But the point is this, he's relocated to another environment and he's thriving. You know, probably wasn't going to school. The grades weren't the way, you know, where they're supposed to be. But you know how kids, they go through their little cheesy stage, and teenagers can be rebellious. But as adults, let's say, your blessing might be someplace else, in a whole new setting, a whole new environment, around new people. It's not where you are right now. And it's okay to change. It's okay, you know, to step out on a limb and say, you know what, I surrender to the Most High. Let me see where he's going to lead me. You know, and sometimes it's away from other people. And you go on your journey. You go on your path. You know, again, try to find that narrow road instead of being on the broad path, the broad road. When you go on that narrow road, it's just you alone, you and the Most High. The broad is everybody, you know, all the glitz and glam sometimes. The bruises come along with that sometimes. But a lot of times when God wants to bless us, he put us on the narrow path. He has to get us to himself because he's also a selfish God. You know, so sometimes our blessing is not where we are currently. It's at another location. And we just have to be brave enough when we get enlightened to that, to just step out on a limb and go on that journey. You know?